knowing. Perhaps it was a guy wearing sandals who had a beard like Jesus. Or maybe it wasn't a man at all. Maybe it was the ghost of Christmas yet to come who was doing his rounds and was there to let Arwood know that, on account of global warming, acid rain, and El Niño, not to mention the global shortage of decent people and the high price of coal, Christmas was going to be cancelled. Whatever it was getting bigger, which probably meant it was getting closer. It probably wasn't something dangerous, though. It was approaching from this side of the ceasefire line. But it wasn't going to be anything good either. It wasn't going to be one of Charlie's angels. It wasn't going to be Daisy Duke. It wasn't going to be Kelly LeBrock in her blue and white panties appearing out of red mist from a doorway. No, it was probably going to be orders. A different mind, a different person might have welcomed orders because it would have ushered in change. Not Arwood. The only thing worse than boredom was labor, and he didn't want to wash anything, dig anything, move anything, stack anything, fill anything, load anything, unload anything, peel anything, or, and this was critical, smell anything awful. Given that he was 22 and a private, rather than, say, 50 and a nuclear physicist, all these things were on the short list of the possible. No, he wasn't going to look up. He would cherish the uncertainty for as long as he could, which fate had decided would end right about now. "Want a cigarette?" asked the man who was now man-sized and to his right. The man stood next to Arwood's sandbags. Arwood considered them his sandbags, not so much because he was manning a machine gun behind them, as because he was the one who had filled them. Arwood accepted the cigarette by opening his mouth. The man placed it in and lit it. Arwood inhaled, grateful only that it gave him a pretext to keep breathing. "I'm Thomas Benton," the man said. "Uh-huh. What's your name?" "Arwood Hobbes." Hobbes. Interesting name to take into a war zone. "Why?" "No reason. Where are you from?" "America." "Yes, I figured given the uniform. Any place special?" "Never felt like it." "I'm from a village in Cornwall," Benton offered. "I don't know where that is." "Cornwall is in England." "That's overseas, right?" "Yes." Thomas Benton squatted down behind Arwood's sandbags because it was cool and shady there. Benton looked across the desert to the still town 1.5 kilometers away. "You're a journalist?" "Yes, the Times." Arwood did not move from his resting position. "When is this war gonna end?" "What?" "The war." "It did. The war is over. This is the peace. Now the lawyers are drafting the UN Permanent Ceasefire Resolution." "We're waiting for paperwork?" "It's the Western way of war. Even Hitler filed his paperwork. Without it, we become confused. What's your job?" "I'm maintaining a vigilant perimeter." "Safwan," Benton said, "if you're curious, is way back there. That's where your general, Stormin Norman, met the Iraqi High Command. It is also where he made the mistake of letting them fly helicopters, which is what they are using to kill everyone connected to the uprisings down south and up north. It's a bloodbath." "I thought that was Safwan," Arwood said, not bothering to motion to the town at the end of his machine gun. "That's Samoa." "When do I get to go home?" "The Americans are the ones sticking around the longest, though some of you shipped out on the 17th. It could be a while." Arwood finally moved his head by shaking it. "It's not fair that we have to sit around here like the Breakfast Club." Benton shrugged and wiped his face with a red bandana. He was not smoking. He had eaten something in the morning that disagreed with him, and he'd opted not to push his luck further with a cigarette. "It might not be calm for long. You should try and enjoy it." Arwood perked up. "What do you mean?" "Doesn't your commanding officer explain all this to you?" "You mean Harvey?" "I don't know."